Hey, what is up, YouTube? It's Rob. Welcome to MythRack live streaming. I forgot to load up MTGO, but that's coming on right now. Sorry about that. If anybody is watching this stream that was trying to watch earlier, sorry about that. I had to cut it off quickly, and we didn't get to start. But never fear. We have more 8-Rack live streaming, especially important today. We're going to be testing out more and more Myth Realized. So for all of you who were impressed with Myth Realized yesterday, I've been testing it pretty much nonstop, iterating a whole bunch of different things on it, trying out different combos with it, and it's been really performing well, guys. This is a really big card for the deck so far. Like, it's been a while. I mean, the Jace was kind of a hit, but that's more limited applications. Like you're looking at a grindy type of a scenario there, where you have like a viable alternate route to go with it, depending on your meta. But you know, this particular way of going, it feels like a true natural extension of the existing Plan A. It's a 1cc enchantment. I mean, we've got other ones in here. Shrieking Affliction, okay, with the Rack's, a card, but it's a finisher that fits right into the other finishers. Now, it does something completely different than these guys, but it's in the same class. And it does something that it gets rather huge for very little investment. So it does exactly what we want. Now, right now, yesterday, if you guys were looking, I was running 2 copies of Smallpox in there, and it is kind of a non-bow Smallpox and Path to Exile, and Path to Exile is really, really good. So I've been trying Bitter Blossom in there, and it's worked pretty good. I had a case yesterday where I was playing, and I ripped a Bitter Blossom, and I looked at the board, and I was looking at myself. I'm like, if this card had been the Smallpox, the game would have been put away right there. So it was like, I felt bad about it, but Bitter Blossom hit, and I was able to, based on the fairy tokens, I was able to still get the win. It took me like probably 2 extra turns, maybe 2 more. I gave him maybe 2 more turns. If that had been a Smallpox, the game would have been ended right there, and he wouldn't have had a prayer. But this was a little bit looser, but it got there. So I was like, well, it did the job at the end of the day. And then there's probably a lot of, like I said, this is not such a linear application. Now we have a plan B. So it got there. At first I was mad. I was like, oh, crap. I got burned. The Smallpox would have ended it. But the Bitter Blossom got me there. So, as a case for it. So let's give it a try. So that's now I'm going. I'm really going all in on the enchantment plan B with these 2 cards here. Another option here would be to pull these out and put in like a couple dismembers or whatever removal of choice you want in there. You could, think about doing stuff like Funeral Charm. Some people love that card. That might be a great spot for a Funeral Charm. Whatever. Non-creatures. Creatures are not going to work here. So you want everything to be triggering this Myth Realized. It's too good. It just fits the strat perfectly. We'll keep all those creature removal cards basically dead out of their hands for the most part. Now we're going to have to... Well, you guys have seen. It just fits. It fits very, very well. So let's see how we go. I lost 1 match to a guy. Turn 1 Raven's Crime. He drops a Loxodon Hierarch. Turn 2 Raven's Crime. He drops a Wilt Leaf Liege. And yeah, I scooped. So that, other than that, I haven't lost with it so far. Or I scooped, if I didn't say that. All right, so 1 lander. Oh, there's a mana base adjustment from yesterday, guys. I'll need to talk to you about. It's not the best 1 lander, but it's also not the worst. I'll probably keep. Let's see what's going on. Castigate, I had thought about it, but I don't know. I'm interested in more ideas like that, though. That's the kind of stuff I'm looking for, is casting, stuff like that. I'm just trying to square away my chat here. I'll keep this, I guess. Yeah. Go there and there. That's good. Okay, let's get this rolling now. So, V-click. I think I'll take the IOK here. Keep them out of my hand. The V-click was a temptation, but I feel like a Bitter Blossom token is pretty good against it. And that helps too, kind of. I really, really need a land, obviously. He pitches the bolt. So he keeps lands. He had a bunch of lands in there. So he must be fairly top heavy. He's playing a Grixis. Alright, good. So, no question about it, the Bitter Blossom hits. He's going to hate that. He does not like that. So, in this case, let's pretend it was a Smallpox. I don't know that I could safely play that here. Now I'm okay here, because he gets the Liliana. That's fine. I got another one. Can't even cast either one now, so... Yeah, I don't think that picture this. This rip had been a Smallpox. Oh, by the way, somebody had given me a very interesting idea. When we get to those situations where it's like tough calls, where I'm looking in their hand, and it's a question of whether or not to call, I should take screenshots, and then we can always discuss it later. So that's a clever idea, and I'm going to try and incorporate that. So, and I ripped that. Oh, how very nice is it? All right, so let's see. Does he have a leak in there? No, he does not. So I think this is pretty safe to pitch the secondary Lily here. I've got some blockers coming with my Bitter Blossom. He's got no real pressure on me. Looking pretty solid. So the plan B, I think, here helps me a little bit better. Is he going to double bolter? That would be pretty good investment on my part if he does. Yeah, that's a 3-for-1. Basically, that's a 3-for-1. He's still got big problems, in my opinion. Land rips are fine here. There's no bad rips, really. Raven's Crime takes care of his Vendilion Click that I was somewhat concerned about, not too much. You can go ahead and put out the Shrieking here, put him on a nice little clock, and swing away. Yeah, scoop it up, buddy. Done. Alright, so do I need anything? The Extirpates are kind of nice here. I found Extirpate to be pretty good against Grixis, so I just throw them in. I do like that sometimes. It's almost like cheating to me. People wonder why I sideboard like that. The fact that they allowed us to do that, almost feels like cheating, because you're kind of like doping the deck. Like if you're a person like me who thinks about, every card draw as being, your next draw is a percentage, and based on what's been played, certain cards have higher percentages of being drawn than others. Like if you've already gotten 3 Wrench Mines out of the deck in the first 10 cards, what do you think the odds are that the next card you draw is Wrench Mine? Pretty low. What are the odds are of getting, that Lily you haven't seen, when you're 30 cards in, you haven't seen a Lily yet? It's pretty high. So I feel like it kind of dopes the deck in favor of cards that they're not going to like. This one, damn. I need more white sources. I got freaking 14 white sources in here. But if this was a white source, I might keep this hand based only on the myth realized. But I'm going to have to pitch it. I don't have anything to get in the hand. This looks a lot like the last one, which worked out well. So I'll keep it. Path to Exile. Yeah, okay. Put it on top. So this is kind of nice to get a little Bitter Blossom feature. You know, Bitter Blossom was my primary Plan B card until Pack Rat came out and Slash was discovered for. It's a pretty new card, but Slash was discovered for 8-Rack. It came out in Theros, I believe. It's a Theros card. I love these freaking fast lands. I love the old ones, and they were enemy. I thought it was very strange of them to start with the enemies and not put the allies, but they eventually got around to it. So holy hell, lightning bolts, and Kolaghan's command. The K command is ugly here. This gets it back. He gets the K, gets the guy back. I think I have to do it like this. Take the Pia. Yeah, I'm not really worried about the lightning bolts, but holy burn to the face, Batman. Okay, that's good. I'm glad I got the Pia with the Thoughtseize. I want to get that Kolaghan's command before he has a chance to cast it and get his Pia back. So in the case, I say it all the time, but just to reiterate, in the case where you plan on doing a Raven's Crime and a targeted discard like IOK or Thoughtseize in one turn, do the Raven's Crime first, and then what you're looking at is, perhaps what they view as their highest value cards. So, and they also don't know that you're following up with an IOK. So you give them the least amount of information, and you get the best selections to choose from. So that's why you want to do it like that. Now, with the caveat being that, okay, IOK has limited amount of targets. If you're worried about them pitching their only target under 3cc, well, it's something different then. But he ended up pitching his K command, which is what I thought he was going to try and live on. Now he's just sitting on 2 little bolts. It's not exactly great for him. I got Bitter Blossoms for days, I guess I could say. I don't really see a need to pay life here for that. So thanks to these concealed courtyards and these ally or enemy fast lanes. That's right. The original ones were allied, and now we have the enemies. Either way, we have both now. So he cast that. He's taking the eye. Okay. Okay. Oh no, he took the Raven's Crime. Okay, smart. I don't want to go too. Damn. Yeah, I guess I got to go all in on this because I have nothing else right now. I got to keep the pressure on, and this is the only way. I'll take opinions on that particular call in that game state. He's sitting on Lightning Bolt. That's why I was worried that he can just outrace me. That helps. Oh, that was silly. But in a way, it's not bad. I kind of wanted to bait him into that. Okay, he didn't bait into it. Never mind. Yeah, he's got so many lightning bolts. I'm gonna die to my bitter blossoms. I'm gonna die to the blossoms. I don't see any way out of it now. So, doesn't look like a good plan now. It does not look like a good plan now. But he had freaking bolts for days. And then he flashed back the bolt. Yeah, he doesn't have to do anything. He knows that, obviously. Yeah, too much. Alright. So I guess that was wrong. I'll keep it. I'm going to open with Myth. Yeah, 3 bolts in hand was pretty tough. Pretty tough to get around. I think you might have a problem with that one. So this is in here over the red-white, or the black-white manland, which I just did not like. I could never, it just didn't work for me. Those work, the activation cost on it works in Jace Rack with that particular land because that goes unblocked and it has 3 power. This doesn't go unblocked and it only has 2 power, and yeah, it's not good. Actually, here I think it's actually better to do the wrench just to give me more flexibility for next turn. I might want to swing or something. Dumps a tar pits and an IOK. Plays a pit. I feel like taking that Serum Visions. Okay, I almost targeted that with Extirpate. I'm just going to Ravenscram him again. It's good. V-click and a bolt. Take the V-click. I think it's pretty safe to swing with this here. We can swing with this damn creeping tar pit now. Get the ball. It's close. It's going to be really close. Insanely close. I think I got him though. If he taps everything to swing out, I got him. I can extirpate whatever and then swing for 6. He is. Let's do it. Let's dance. Oh, he didn't. Okay. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I need that freaking Lily. Where are you, baby? I need a freaking land. That's all I needed was a land. Okay. Can't respond to this. Got it. Nice. Got it done. Outstanding. That was a tough one. That was a tough one. Yeah, I did extirpate the bolt. I wasn't looking there. I did not look, but I did extirpate the bolt of my own volition there. But yes, that was the correct move, I think. Extirpate it in his draw phase. Sweet. That was two. That one was a nail biter there. But myth realized. Myth realized, guys. Think about it. Did a lot of work there, didn't it? It did some serious work there. So that's good. Okay, moving on. We can play another one. Let's play some. Let's do some ranked. It may, Alan. You might be right about that. As far as it may have more upsides than Pack Rat, it certainly has the potential to. It's really playable. Like it has some downsides. Okay, so Pack Rat has the you really cannot stop this thing. Like if it's when Pack Rat starts to get out of control, there's nothing that can stop it. Now, Myth realized it gets out of control too, but it's at the end of the day, it's just a swinging beater. Now, it's a swinging beater with a hell of a lot of like flexibility and interesting play around it, but it is just one swinging beater. So that's usually all we need in 8-rack. I mean, we've done it with Mutavault. I've done the Mutavault beatdown plenty of times, so that's all you need a lot of the time. To have a huge one like Myth realized is a pretty big advantage, especially at 1 CC. And he gets so huge for free. You don't have to invest any extra mana in it. Now top decking, you like Pack Rat a lot better than you like Myth realized. But it's never dead. I mean, you can pump it up, and it's going to pump up on its own pretty quick, pretty fast. So we're playing a guy named Jubaka, JD. Yeah, I'll play first. It's not a great hand, but it's a hand, and I'll keep it. Going first into a turn 3 Lily is usually pretty good. Like, there's not going to be too much downside. Especially following up a Rich Mind, which should throw something into the mix here. Hopefully it's not robots. Doesn't appear to be robots or Tron. Looks like maybe a zoo. Burn, straight up red burn. So it's a race, and I'm in a pretty good position to race. This is a great hand to race against burn, I think. Of course, I took out my anti-burn sideboard tech to test something. Just realized that now. I forgot to put it back in. But yeah, this should go over well. The Lily should go over well too. If burn doesn't land like a turn 1 Goblin Guide on me, I feel like I have a much higher percentage. Yes, the commitment for the mana commitment for Myth Realized is very, very low. That's a huge plus for us because we don't have a ton of mana to spend. Now, the top end on it is much better for Pack Rat, so you've got a toss up there. But I think they are certainly competing for the same type of an angle on the game. Don't forget now, Pack Rat lets us stay in mono black, which has some advantages. So we've got that, but that'll get killed. I'll eat that with Lily, no problem. So it essentially turns it into a 2-mana shot, kind of. Not exactly. It's hard to qualify it like that. Lily does work here, though, is the important part. And now if he wants to burn that comes a very solid 2-for-1. I could have gone the other route of +1ing her and giving her 4 counters, but then he can swing and then kill her with 1, and I don't know. I like it better to do it this way. I really need a Raven's Crime is what I really need. Thoughtseize. It's not too bad. It's not great though. Skullcrack and Helix. I'll take the Helix. This, I need a Raven's Crime, or a Raven's Crime would be pretty great. It's gonna be hard. Wrench, that's good. That's a good rip here. Skullcrack. It's gonna be so close. Just take 6. Oh man, it's all depending on it all depends on what he rips. It's right down to it. If he rips the 3 damage burn, I'm sunk. But he's scheduled for 5 damage next turn, so. Did he get it? It looks like he got it. No! Rift Bolt! No Rift Bolt. I think that's good for him. I think he wins. If he's smart enough to reorder his thing. Pretty sure he wins if he's smart. Or not. So I win. I thought he could win. I thought he had control over what goes on the stack on his turn. Like the which side goes first. I don't know. Maybe he just didn't know. So I really don't have anything against him. The spot that I had against Burn was this spot where I just threw in Lingering Souls because I wanted to test it against. I wanted to have like a thing to test it against while I was doing my regular testing for Bitter Blossom. I wasn't sure about Bitter Blossom, so I don't know. I just wanted to test it. But yeah, I'll have to go. I don't really have anything. I just got to kind of get there somehow, some way. Mithrilize doesn't feel super great against Burn, but it doesn't feel any worse than Pack Rat does. Probably better. Okay. I mean, it's just a bunch of free discard. That's what you're looking for. I didn't get any finishers. I shouldn't have kept this hand. I should have kept. I need finishers. I have nothing to race in. What was I thinking? Yeah, what was I really thinking? I mean, I got discard for days, but He's got a pretty light hand. He's got a really light hand. He's got a light hand, but I have nothing. If any rack, I could have made this work, but it was a bad keep, guys. It was a bad keep, and a lot of these games are going to be decided on your keeps. I got one. I did get one. So I'm at least in the running now. Discard forever. I need more racing, and I need something to deal with the Swift Spear. Okay. Deflecting. It's weird. So the race is on, but I'm behind the gun, and he's got that freaking Swift Spear. Yeah, doesn't look good. Just too far behind. If I could stop that Swift Spear, maybe. Could use a Path to Exile. I'm just land screwed. Or land flooded, I should say. Come on, buddy, do something. It's gonna be close, obviously. I just didn't have enough. I shouldn't keep hands that I can't think I can race with. I gotta be able to race this guy. I wonder what he's thinking. Goyf? Or Tarkus? Destructive Revelry. God damn it, you gotta be kidding me. Destructive Revelry. What took you so long? That's what you waited all that time for? Just do it. Just to pump it up so it's big enough to block. Right? I mean, if he rips a burn, he rips a burn. I don't expect. I can't really beat him here. I mean, I could scoop, but you know, might as well just force him to do it. All right, fine. No, it's not a burn. Might as well be. Doesn't really do me much good. I should just scoop, but I'll just scoop it up here, save him the trouble. Is there anything? I guess the extirpates are not terrible. I guess the bitter blossoms are not going to help me here. I might as well throw in some extirpates. Those are a little bit better. Sure. Son of a bitch, I can't keep that one. I can't really keep that one either. I don't know. I don't have much. I didn't really get too lucky on this. I have to take 3 damage here. It's not good. It doesn't help. I gotta get my sideboard squared away to deal with burn. It was not prepared for this. I was doing some high iteration testing on this, and it's not good. That's not gonna help me here. I'm screwed. He's probably got him in hand. Eidolon, it's too good. He's gonna bolt me and swing. I'm thinking about playing the rack. But see, what he'll do next turn is he'll just Boros Charm me and swing, making this too big for me to block. There's no good way to do it. I'm dealing with a mulligan to 5, so... Hello. Oops, sorry about that, guys. That did suck. I got a call from my new boss. I'm starting a new job here, so I had to take that call. That damn deflecting palm, that was the worst thing I've felt in a long time playing again. I mean, deflecting palm? WTF, I lost to deflecting palm. I mean, I've never seen that in Modern. I think I can remember drafting that damn thing in whatever the hell it was. In the beginning of Cons and End of Theros, and thinking this is the worst freaking card I could even draft. And I just got it. It just destroyed me in Modern. No, what it's in there. Like, why would he even side it in? Like, what do I have that's so huge? I'm gonna normally he shouldn't have even sided that in against me. And there's no way in hell he runs that main deck. That's to stop. I don't know, like an Eldrazi swing or I don't know. I have no idea, like an Emrakul swing or something. No, that wouldn't even stop. I don't know what the hell that's in there for. But hey, that's magic for you guys. So we'll cut it off there. But Myth Realized testing will continue. I got to do some work stuff and get some stuff along those lines. But stay tuned for more Myth Realized. There's going to be more games with it and more streaming for it. So thanks for watching, guys. I do appreciate it.